Yeah, I mean, can I message him or no? I'm restricted. Hell no. Yo, what's up, Astru? Good to see you live. Yo, I missed you, bro. I'm fucking this is my guy right here, chat. Hell yeah. Yo, what's up, Astru? You my guy too, bro. Yeah, I missed you. Dude, I'm fucking playing I hate this shit, bro. I show barrier, bro. It's AIDS. I know, right? If I had barrier, I would actually win that too. Yeah, we could try. This lane is like an AIDS ass lane, dude. I think I have to go into. I think I have to go into. I think cleanse was useless. I think I should just go barrier here next time. Yeah, nah, I think we just lose because of that cheese. I don't even know what I'm supposed to do here. I get all my shit like cleanse is bait. I know it really is. I mean, you gotta go cleanse in this lane. I thought like to play it, but like ass. Suck it up and wait for 2 items. This is AIDS, dude. I don't know. I think that I think I should go into Yomu's Ghostblade. Because I don't have a way to get on them. Do I have a way to get on them? I might have to go Yomu's this game. I can't auto, I can't auto. I might have to play like an assassin this game and then try to kill them. And it's kind of like, I don't know. But it's looking like... It's looking like the angle. Top lane's winning. I fucked my jungler over so bad too. My jungler's gonna be behind all game and tempo. Cause I'm losing because we got cheesed. I think I should just go barrier. I think if you could go either or, I think it's just better to go barrier. That's what I'm learning. I'm not even getting hit. I'm not even getting hit by Lux at all. I mean, we'll see how this game goes, but I don't think I need... Like, unless it's like a point-and-click CC, I think you should never take... I think you should take barrier. It's too good to go, to not to go. My lane's already gonna be... I'm gonna get carried. Look at that. I'm not even getting hit. Just don't even gank bot, man. I can't even do anything. I should just went barrier. Isn't that crazy? If I went barrier, we win this game. I literally lost in select. Like, select is just so important. They're gonna come mid. They're gonna come mid. Uh-oh. Cleanse is busted. Never mind. I take back everything I said. I take back everything I said. Cleanse is OP. I knew Cleanse was the truth. I never doubted it one time. Cleanse is busted. I never doubted Cleanse ever in my life. I knew it. I always knew. Alright, right up. Holy shit. Fuck Barry. The high key, yo, fuck that shit. I never doubted it one time, chat. We were just joking. Yeah, we were joking. Holy shit. That was so busted. They used everything and they couldn't do anything. Oh, fuck. I think I should have went Youmuu's Ghost Blade. I mean, I can still go it. Low key. I mean, Collector's fine too. It's not bad. Because you could auto them. Nice. Yo, this champ's so bust. I think I'm the best of Aphelios, bro. This champion is so OP. I like see all his plays and shit. Nice, thank you. Bro, I'm like smurfing on this guy. Alright, let's try this. Let's try going no Youmuu's. Youmuu's the only way you want to go, but Collector's not bad either, I don't think. You go Youmuu's or Collect here. You gotta go one of those two. Yo, what's up, BR Vlad, Brazilian Vlad 1? How you doing today? The game's over now, though. Yeah, he is. The champ's busted. I think he's better than Ezreal, too. Because the thing with Ezreal, you can still counterpick him. Like, if you have hands, you could... like, you can't hit every SQ if someone react dodges. Like, if you play... if you play, like, Ezreal... I have cleanse up soon. Did I really whiffed everything? Nah, I can't hold this turret no more. I fucked it. Casting Q? No, you can't. You want to use your ult more like a control kind of ult, like to control, like to like send that shit. Bro, we need to get Dragon here. We need to get a Drake. We just given the first two. We have winning lanes too. Like the first one we were losing, but we could get it now. I don't want to talk. Alright, I'm gonna go, man. Whatever. Go, man. You mean his skill ceiling or his skill floor is high and his ceiling? How much mastery do you have on Aphelios, BR Vlad? He does have a lot of things about him that makes him interesting for sure. Can't do this. I don't know what we're doing, dude. We need a group. We need everyone to come together. We should have all grouped. We went like one by one. We need to group, bro. We're not playing the team. We could have literally just aced them there when they were like, that was so greedy what they did. I need to go mid too. I should not be side lane. I'm gonna lose farm. I think we might have lost. I think I could carry now. If I died. If they play, depends on how well they play though. I should be mid. Should be mid, bro. I need to go mid. Yeah. I'm losing farm, dude. Yeah, I don't think I can carry this. I can't carry. I'm like, I mean, I can get the farm. I need to be mid. I need to be mid. He needs to side lane. I need Yumi on me too. I can't type, bro. Why is Yumi on Talia? I don't want to play. I'm so tilted. I can't farm. I'm not. I can't carry. I had everything set up to carry against the way. All right, now they're gonna get this too. We don't contest any objectives. Yeah, this team's just not. Once I went top, I should just went straight mid and just kept farming. I had the game won too. See, that's why you don't want to play with your team sometimes. If they're not playing together, you just want to farm. Cause like now I'm just like in a really shitty way. We have no dragons, not a single one. Chat, so Aphelios needs 3 items to become strong. So after I get a heal cut, I could do shit. Can you not? Bro, I can't scale. It's already lost. The only way we win is if like Mbessa comes to fights. Dead. Nothing I can do there. My team does nothing. I'm gonna go, man. I should try to go there and try to do some damage, but it's hard. There's like no information at all. It's hard. They just went in there and they kind of just ran it down. So kind of just forced to just farm. How did I miss that? Okay. Where is everyone? Like, we're not grouped or like... Yeah, this is fucked. Yeah. Dude, and Bess is not playing the game, bro. She has everything up. I don't know what they're doing. It's like I'm playing with bronze players. They're so bad. It's like I'm playing in I feel like I'm playing in bronze. Like no one's grouping. I can't even tell them. Everyone going in on their own. Like they don't even know when to rotate. Like this is like silver shit. Alright, you know what? The Yumi didn't even ult me. Jesus Christ. I need to back, but I can get the chance to. I'm very fed now, though. Yeah, I can't tell them what to do. We're gonna lose though because the team's too bad. They don't rotate to any objectives. They don't even know how to rotate in like Masters D1. It's so crazy. So like even if I play this well, I can't do. Once that fight happened top lane, where like you know that fight top lane where we wasted a lot of time. I should just went mid and stayed there, and then I needed just to try to stay bot, and we just need to eat our waves. We can't do anything. This game is cooked. Like, we just have to go next. It really is so cooked. I'm going here, just... Oh. That is so crazy. This Mundo is insane, dude. Alright, I'm gonna go mid. Fuck it. Alright, we're gonna be fine. But I think we're gonna just lose. Our Xayah just like got fucked on the gank. I think retaking Clem was the better decision too. Cause he has so much like CC. But oh wow. Okay, maybe we could win. Maybe we could win. Alright, let's see if we can go here. We need a group. Mbessa needs to come. Holy shit. That steal was actually massive, Chad. It's still like the game is still hard, but it's like it changed the trajectory of this game dramatically. Why can't I walk? I'm gonna go, man. Nice. Holy shit. We can actually win! Yo, we shot fight part 2! Yo, we can win, guys. Holy shit. I'm gonna go this. Yeah, let's do this. I'm gonna go BT. Yo, we've been locked in. I'm playing really well right now, considering everything. I got a lot of waves taken, which is not good, but... Molding it lane, yo, saying, don't worry, it's me too. I don't know why she keeps trying to take waves. I think QSS might not be. I mean, I cleansed already. Let's just go BT. Bro, why is everyone... Oh! No, Yumi! Oh, why did Yumi get off me? Yumi, stay on me. Why did she go on Mbessa? Why? I don't understand. Fuck. Yeah, no, it's over. I don't know why Yumi got off me. Yeah, no, it's over. They're gonna get Baron. They're gonna just end after that shit. Why did Yumi get off? If I didn't die, we would have won. We could have won. Maybe, I don't know. Yumi needs to stay on me. Where's Yumi? I don't know why Yumi got off. We would have won the game. Yumi's on me. Oh, she got off. She got off on that. Was good. Yeah, that's GG. Fuck. I think that it was winnable. It was our early mid game. We fucked up too much. Like that play where we went top. I needed Disruptify to stay bot, and then I need to stay mid and not go top. We should have all rotated. The jungle was bad. Yeah, I know. The jungle was the whole reason we lost the game. But I think I could have carried it. That was the problem. The jungle was the main reason why we lost the inted. But I think our mid lane, we threw the lead. We needed to have each person in their lane. Jesus Christ. Bro, I'm insane on Aphelios. Oh, it's a patch? Damn. That's so lame. Let me show you where we lost the game. Let me show you where we lost the game, though. Let me show you. And that's why I needed the resources, because then I could have backed. Like that fight where we were there, maybe we would have won that fight in mid lane quicker. No. It's so a friend named Kavi. He's not the pro player. Imagine. I just need to eat all the waves. This is where we lost the game. Let me show you. Let me show you where it went bad. Look at my income. So I have 6k gold, right? Right here is where everything went to shit. This is where and then this was the game. We lost right here. Cause we had the game in a good spot. Like this whole play top was bad. If I shoved mid here, like instead of trying to look for something here, I have no ult, right? I should immediately leave. I leave, right? Good time to leave too, just before they can come. He's there. I need to leave him. I shouldn't be doing this. We can't get this. I should be mid here, shoving mid. And then if I shove mid here, right? We leave here, we shove mid. Here. After me fucking around here with them, look at the gold. We're still ahead, but it's only 300 gold. Now look at before this fuckery play. We are 800 gold ahead. Do you see how bad that was? And then after that in mid lane, I needed to be mid. Look how bad this was. And then after that, I'm even now with Caitlyn. You see how crazy that was? I'm even with Caitlyn. We just needed to play our lanes, and we had the lane one. We just forced something that wasn't there. And then after that, this game was over, and it became a team game. And if your jungler is inting, you're never going to win if it becomes a team game. Because the jungler controls the team objective. The role is busted. Jungle needs to be nerfed badly. Like, they need to nerf jungle and get rid of jungle having so much control. Because in solo queue, they're way too impactful. You see what I mean? And then look, she got a 500 gold lead. Here. You see what happened? So that lead that we had earlier was gone because of that. And then look how my teammates taking all the waves from me. Because they forced plays, bad plays here, I lost so much gold. I would have been 9k gold to 9.2k gold if I played my game. And then look at the X. I would have had IE here. So imagine if I had IE, right, at this point, and I had IE here. Imagine if I had IE here. Well, this wouldn't have mattered. But it was this fight here. So imagine how different this fight would have been if I had IE. So imagine I come to this fight, we have IE and everything. Because I play AD carry a lot, so I can see where like the game's lost. I played like 10,000 hours of ADC. So I can see where the game is like lost and shit. Okay, this was whatever. Okay, let's see it. Now we had IE here. Okay, we got a shutdown. Then the enemy team threw right here. But by this point, it became a team game. Now imagine I have IE or I have heal cut here. Into Mundo. Right here. I don't think I would have killed this, so it would have been whatever. It wouldn't have changed. But I lost so much tempo on the map. Like, if I had just kept playing my game and I just never grouped with the team on that play top side, I would have been able to take the top turret, the bot turret, and then we would have taken more turrets. I don't even know if we would have won this game, to be honest with you. Like, I'm like watching this shit a lot. I don't even know if we would have won this game, to be honest. To be honest with you. Because I'm looking at it. I think, though, that I could have potentially... But the fights would have been way different, though. It wouldn't have played out in the way that it did. But I think that if I had, like, didn't go topside here, farm here, I would have heal cut IE, and then the game would be a little bit better. But, like, even there, I don't even know if we would have won. Honestly, the more I'm watching this game, I don't even think we would have won, to be honest. Because, like, everyone was just kind of, like, running it. And it wasn't really Eden, it was just Talia. Like, Talia's running this. Like, we get a pick here. The Shuntify ults, we get a pick. Okay. That's good. And then, like... I don't think we would have won. Honestly. I think I could have played better, but I don't think we would have won. I'm rewatching this game. Jungle's just too busted. They need to nerf that shit. And then their Mundo did more. I don't know. Our Mbessa never rotated to any fights. I think I could have played better, though, and then just focus on it. If I missed this Q, that was so bad. This is the fight. This is the point where I fucked up the game, though. Right here, I should just leave here. Back. Go here. No, we're going to lose this here. Or go here to fight, right? If I had dodged this hook. Right here, if I had hit this shit, I live. And if Yumi doesn't leave off me, maybe we could... And shields, I can kill and then live. If I kill live, though, and then we walk back and we clear, they're going to still go for the objective here. I don't know. I think it's just unwinnable. I'm gonna be honest with you. I think I could have played better, though. But I don't have any... Like, when I watch this VOD, there's no opportunity to get soul. there's no opportunity to get the dragon. Like, let's say I don't die there, then we fight Soul potentially, and maybe we could try to win. But we don't. Talia just ran it down. Like, I don't know. It's like if jungle runs it down, you need to have like everyone has to be winning like giga hard to win. But I think I could have played way better. Like, I think I could have done more. I don't even know, man. That shit was whack, bro. It is what it is. I ain't gonna chat. What do you guys think of my Aphelios? Do you think I should keep playing this shit or should I play Xayah? I don't know, man. Chat, what do you guys think about my Aphelios? Do you guys think I should play this shit or should I go or should I stick to Xayah? Or both? Cause I don't know, man. I feel like I be doing shit I be never seeing no Aphelios players doing on this champ. High key. But same with Xayah though too. Like I be playing pretty well. Like I feel like I don't know. Chat, which one would you guys rather have me watch? Ask you what you think. Are you you're Brazilian, right? VR Vlad? What do you think? Do you watch like Brazilian Pro League? I'm so glad they ended that LTA shit, bro. That was so bad for CBLOL and League. Like having two different cultures watching that shit. That shit was so bad. I think though, like going back to that game though, chat. I'm just replaying it in my head while I'm talking about this different random shit. I don't even like. I think that if I would add more gold, but I don't think it would change the result because we could never get dragon. And I think that even if I played to go there and go to the objective, Talia would have always been dead and it would have been unwinnable. It's cool, yeah. Do you like it with LTA? Or do you like it with no LTA? I like it with no LTA personally. But are you one of the people who like it with LTA? I feel like a lot of Brazilians didn't like it too. It's just like really bad culture. Like people, we can't even speak each other's languages and shit. I feel like it was like a bad crossover of culture. And then it wasn't even a cool way of doing it, bro. Yo, I had a whole idea, chat, bro. I had a whole idea, chat. What if, yes, we're really happy they changed that. They changed back, yeah. Because you guys don't speak English, and it was just CBLOL teams getting shit on by LCS teams. I think if they kept it for years, it'd get better, but it's not like a cool rivalry. Like, in my opinion, what they need to do, chat, is they need to make a regional circuit. This is if I was running League of Legends, what I would do. If I owned Riot, I want to own Riot one day. That's my goal with my companies and shit. But if I own Riot, what I would want to do, if it was personally me, is I would get rid of, I would make 4 regions. I would have West Coast, Central, East Coast, Northeast, and South League. I had this whole thought. I would have the East Coast League be New York City, either 2 New York City teams or 1, Boston maybe, or another New York City team, Philadelphia, and Washington, D.C., Northeast League. Central, I would have 2 Canadian teams, Toronto, Montreal, or just 2 Toronto teams. What's up? What's up? What's up? Don't have interest. How you doing today? How's your day been? I would have 2 Canadian teams. I think what's it called? It's like one of the first times I've seen you. How you been? How you been? What do you play? What do you play? Don't have interest. I would make 4 Canadian leagues. I would have 2 Canadian teams and a Chicago and a Detroit team, or 2 Chicago teams, or 2 Midwest teams. So I'd have like a Detroit team, or a Columbus, Ohio team. I would have a Chicago team and 2 Canadian, Montreal and Toronto team, and that's Central. I would have a South League. I would have Dallas. I would have... Oh, really? How much match do you have? You said my TikToks? Oh, that makes me happy. We have a lot of new content that we're working on. I would have Dallas. And then I would have Houston. And then after having Dallas and Houston, I would have Florida and Georgia, Atlanta. South League. And then I would have West Coast League. I would have 2 California, North Cal teams, San Fran, maybe even 3 Californian teams to 2 2 LA teams, and or a Seattle team, and then I would have an Arizona team, and I would have a travel circuit. And what I would do is I would have each team play against each other twice and play against their own regional team 3 times. This is how I run this shit. Chat, tell me you think I'm cooking or not. And then what I would do is I would have 4 tournaments each year in NA. I would have a Kespa Cup for all the teams that didn't make it to Worlds or all the lower teams, open entry. I would, but the bottom 2 teams of every league are required to enter, and then I would have college teams able to enter, and then I would have minor league team leagues that play, and it's like a massive tournament that comes. And I would release crowdfunded skins and give 10% of the proceeds for each tournament to the tournament. So the prize pools, because usually on average a skin that Riot makes averages like 20-30 million globally. I would put like $3 million per tournament, and then have crowdfunded skins, stickers, shit like that you could put on champs. Do we play today? I want to, but the fucking rank's down. Rank's down, so I'm just like talking right now. I want to play so bad though. And then what I would do, that it would be interesting, right? Yeah, you like that shit, right, Pierre Vlad? And then what I would do is we would have a spring cup, and every game would be best of 3s, and there'll be every day there's 2 week games, and then on weekends you would have 3 games a weekend. And I would combine it with Valorant too. So Valorant and League would be the same circuit. My peaks I was like 200 LP Masters, Xayah OTP. I peaked rank 1 Xayah and I hit it this split. I gotta post a screen on my profile, but I hit it this split. Bro, my profile is outdated from 2021. But I played what's it called? I play Xayah basically, you get what I mean? And I play that shit. How about you? What's your peak elo? Don't have interest. Then what I would do is I would have basically League of Legends. I would have League and Valorant games played at the same day or different days. But I would have them played like a 2-game set back to back. So let's say it's Tuesday night at 3 p.m. or 4 p.m. to like 11. Oh, really? Where are you from? Don't have interest. Are you EU or NA? I would have it basically be, so let's say like you come home at 4 p.m. prime time. It would be 4 p.m. to 8. And you would have 2 League of Legends games, West Coast and Central times. And you would have it cater for each time zone, so that it would basically be able to be played for each time. And you play 1 game, and then I wouldn't have one LCS studio. I would have teams crowdfunded, like they did. And I would have, like, either sport league teams crowdfunded. And then I would have sports league team crowdfunded. And then I would have basically, like, let's just say, for example, like the New York team, they would have their own arenas. So there'll be 16 arenas. Or if you want to go budget, have 4 LCS studios in each region. And the studio would also be a cafe. So you could go play PC cafes. You could do, like, when they have the Ride MO, you can do, like, LAN parties and shit. You could have Valorant games. You could have schools have international school play at the arenas. And I would also have, like, minor league games, too, for the lower leagues. And each team would require to have 10 players per team, and you can sub them in and out, and it's all fearless. Best of 3 or best of 5 each day, twice a week. Probably best of 3 for regular season games. And then I would have each team, so each match would matter because it would affect how you place in all the tournaments. Then I would have the top 8 teams from each region, or top 8 placing teams from each region, come together for a spring tournament. So let's just say, for example, the top 2 from East, West, and have a round of 8 with a loser's bracket. And then I would have that be the Spring Cup, and I would have it in like a tournament, like Spring Split. Spring's Cup. The winner of that team will go to MSI. Then I would do an international tournament that's like really hype. That's kind of like Worlds, but it would have all 16 teams, and you would invite like teams from every region. So let's say, for example, Korea. You could invite the top 2 to 4 Korean teams, top 2 to 4 Chinese teams, top 2 to 4. This would be like in July or August or like after MSI and around EDC or after EWC around that time. And I would have like fucking the teams play, and that would have a massive prize pool. Like it would be crowdfunded, and there'll be a whole set of skins, and it would be like it would be like a mini Worlds. Like it's not as big as Worlds, but it would be just as hype as Worlds. Yeah, you really think about this, lol. Yeah, that's what I was saying, bro. I went deep into this shit, bro. It would be so sick. And you could have all the teams, and it's really hype because you could have like SKT skins crowdfunded, and then you can take a 10% pool. So you could have it be a $10 million to $100 million prize pool, depending on the crowdfund. And then you could have like a mini Worlds that the pool could be like the winner wins $10 million or $100 million, and it would be like a big tournament. And then whoever wins that tournament gets a spot in Worlds. And then it could be any region from anywhere, and it'd be like a massive international event. And all 16 teams would get there. So even if you're like someone watching in the bottom team, you could watch your team play against SKT and get fucked. But you could watch that shit. Or even like Brazil could come, other regions all together, a big international tournament. Then you would have, and the regular season games would be sprinkled, will be pushed between all this. And then at the end, I would do a summer cup with all 16 teams. All 16 that you watched all year long play. And I would have like the Wild 16. It's a best of 5 for the bottom 2 teams of each clip, random draw. Best of 5, you lose, you no loser bracket, the losing teams are immediately out. If you place number 1 in your top 4 or number 1, you're already in the top 4 or top 8. So that way, if you win regular season, you're already basically close to Worlds, and you have to just win like 1 or 2 games to get to Worlds. And then I'd have a losers bracket afterwards in the round of 8. So after the round of 16, there would be a losers bracket from the round of 8, and then there would be a whole bracket. And then the 2 teams, if you win, let's say you're in the top bracket, like if you're in like the first place, you're in the top 4. If you win and you finish first in the whole US, you get to go to Worlds automatically. If you lose and you have to play in the lower bracket and then qualify after winning 2 games in the lower bracket or 1 game in the lower bracket. So it rewards regular season play heavily. And then I would have that team, and all these team tournaments would be crowdfunded. And then at the end, they would go to Worlds, and I would have Worlds be like a bigger tournament, make it like the round of 32, and make Worlds have like different groups and shit. And then have that chat, what do you think about that idea? Peak or no? You're like diamond in NA? Oh, I see. I feel like EUNE Masters is really like, yeah, like Emerald, low diamond in NA, 100%. Wait, where are you from in EUNE? Don't have interest. But chat, what do you guys think about my idea? What do you think about my idea, BR Vlad? We Brazilians like to cheer when our teams go to Worlds, but it's kind of meme because we almost always don't play well. Yeah, I mean, I don't think Brazil's like I think it's just Brazil doesn't have like the infrastructure. Like they don't have as much players as like Korea or China or NA, and like the scene is like newer, so they don't have. That's why they don't do it. But there was a time where like BRTT, he beat Double if I remember like 10 years ago. That's crazy to say 10 years ago. I remember that one time BRTT eliminated CLG once. That was a long time ago though. Yeah, BRTT is like the fucking. He's like your double lift. He's like the double lift for Brazil, chat. BRTT is like a Draven OTP who's like the double lift for Brazil. And he retired in one of his last games. He beat double lift in CLG. Yeah, he's like massive. But wouldn't that be cool? Do you think that would be way better? And then I would have LCS be a travel circuit. So like you would go to every team's arena and you could buy like regular season passes for the local regions that you're in. So say you're from New York City, or let's say you're from Ohio, or like Detroit or whatever, or say you're from Toronto or Montreal or whatever. You could have you would have a Riot studio in that location, and then you could go there. There'd be PC cafes. It could fit 600 people. You could have Valorant games in it, and then there'll be the same tournament for Valorant. So there'll be massive tournaments sprinkled in with the regular season, and it would be the same amount of games. And it wouldn't be as much pointless games because every game would matter. Like, if your team doesn't win in the beginning of the split, you guys won't make top 8 and go to MSI or win Spring Cup. You know what I mean, basically. And then the Spring Cup would give you a position in for MSI or for the International Cup, and it would also give you a benefit for the Summer's Cup later, so that you have a chance to go. You get what I'm saying, basically, or get into the international event. And then if you win like these tournaments, it creates more hype for every game. So like you watch your team play, and then like if your team played all year so they don't burn out, you have like that beginning tournament with all the collegiate teams and like the minor teams and like the lower major teams that like didn't place at Worlds playing. So and they all have prize pools. So like if you win, let's say let's say your team plays all tournaments or they play all tournaments all year, you could be basically winning. If your team could basically win, like your team could legitimately win. You could win $100 million to $10 million from crowdfunded skins being a pro. And the amount of sponsors and eyes that could bring would be so crazy. Like, imagine the U.S. International Tournament where you have 32 people from all teams all over the world, or 32 teams in July, all playing in the United States, having this big-ass tournament. Bro, that would be so crazy. Bro, I need to go to work. Good stream. Yeah, I appreciate you enjoying the stream, BR. Vlad, I think the idea is really good. Yeah, I'm thinking about making like a short or something. I thought that shit would be sick. But yo, good luck. Yo, good luck at work, bro. I'll give you peace. I hope it goes well and shit. But yeah, no, I think it's a really cool idea, and it would make every world hype. Like you would literally be making $10 million, $100 million if you win all your tournaments in a year, and it would make NA so much better because there'd be so much international competition and there'd be so many best of fives, and then you would have like so much like hype around NA. Because the international tournament is to bring people into the NA league from an international perspective. The first tournament is to bring hype for upcoming rookies and new talent, and then the middle tournament would be like the spring tournament is supposed to be for MSI, and also to see who's gonna win spring, which is like a hype tournament in itself. And you could have the winners of those tournaments placed for like summer, so it's like a big hype and it's MSI hype. And then, like, the top 2 teams of that tournament gets to go to MSI. And then it could be, like, a warm-up for the beginning of the year so that people can get back into the floor after the off-season. And then in the summer, it would be, like the final tournament with all the teams. So even if your team was, like, the worst team, round of 16, terrible dog shit team, they could have an insane miracle run where they survive the Wild 16, and then they go up into the round of 8, then they go through the lower bracket potentially, and then they can have like an insane like journey to becoming like the winners of the US and making it to Worlds. And it makes it hype so that every team could do it. And then like everyone has a reason to watch, you know? Like let's just say you're from like I don't know, let's say you're from like fucking Korea. Or not Korea, let's say you're from Korea, you could watch teams that you saw win the 16. Let's say you're from fucking Cali, you could watch. If you're from Texas or Colorado, each team is assigned specific regions. So say you're from like Texas and Houston, South Texas. Your Houston, you can watch, and like your Houston team could be like for Louisiana and shit. That shit would be so peak. What's your top 5 favorite Xayah skins? I think Battle Bat Base, the new one that came out, and then probably either Cosmic Dust because it's the classic, or fuck, I don't even know. Cosmic Dust? Yeah, Cosmic Dust. How about you? Which one do you like? What are your top 3 skins? Don't have interest. But I think it would be a cool idea. I would love to fucking I should make a video or some shit. That's my goal one day, child. I would love to like fucking like own Riot or some shit. God, that's why I work so hard on my business, because I have a lot of like goals I want to do with it and shit. But like one day in the future, I would love to do that shit or like work with that shit. Cosmic is tough, bro. That shit came out and releasing it still fucking hits. And I'm like 99 hours, so I like that shit. Oh, Elderwood! Yeah. Oh, no, okay. Cosmic is like... Elderwood is... Okay, so Cosmic is 4th. Emberwood Chroma is my 3rd. Yeah, those are my favorite 3. Emberwood's actually my 2nd. No, Battle Bat Base, Emberwood Chroma. Then it's Battle Academia, and then it's gonna be Cosmic Dusk. Yeah. That's the list. That's why I was thinking I was forgetting some shit. SG's cool too. SG would be my 5th because I like blue. Blue's my favorite color. If you looked at all the skins, I like blue a lot, and I like Ruler. Ruler's my favorite pro. Bro, I went to Worlds actually, chat. I saw Ruler up close. Yeah, it's hella clean. I think that people like thought it was bad when it first came out, but they fixed it. They added more like animations, and the sounds are very clean and has voice lines. It's pretty clean. Like when you E and use your spells, it just feels good to like use, you know? Like it just feels good to use. Which skins do you have? Alright, chat. I'm probably gonna end now because the fucking maintenance is up. I wanna rank, but we have a rank queues disabled, so we can't rank right now. So I might come back later and then we could like stream some more later and shit. Or maybe I'll play a game later to get my win. I low-key think my Aphelios is kind of crazy though. But it's sad we lost this game. I think that like I don't even know. I don't think this game was like really winnable. I think that when I lost tempo it was bad though. Maybe I could have tried to carry on the objectives, but like I don't know. It was kind of hard. Like it was like very hard to even get every objective. Like I did as much as I could. I did 52,000 damage, which is they're supposed to do as 80. 80 carries could always do the most damage every fucking game. And I did like a shit ton of damage, which is good. Battle Bat? Yo, you're missing the two best ones. You should get it. When you get the money to, or later on, you should try to buy it when you get the chance. It's pretty cool, pretty swaggy. I'm not gonna lie, but I think as a skin quality wise, Battle Bat's better. But I think that like I think as a skin, Battle Bat is I think as a skin, Battle Bat's better. But I think I think as a skin, Battle Bat is better. And then I think as a I think as a skin, Battle Bat's better. But I think as like personal aesthetic, but I think as like an actual skin, Battle Academia is a better completed skin. Yeah, real. Wait, when is the Chroma coming out? I saw that shit. When is it coming out? Or is it out? I saw that shit. I want to buy it. Especially for Ruler. Ruler's my favorite pro ADC. Battle Academia. Yo, let me see the new Chroma. Oh, it's called SSG and IG Elite. Chat, you guys want to see me look at the new Xayah Chroma and I'll tell you what I think about it? I could do that. Oh, let me look at this shit. And then I'm gonna get off. Ba, ba, ba. I can't wait for the new IG Chroma for Xayah. I'll look at that next. What do you also think about my pro idea, Astra? I don't know if you heard it. It's a must. Yeah, it's a collector's. It's gonna be rare too. They're probably not gonna bring this Chroma back. It's a limited time. I think it's just the same fucking skin, just a Chroma, but it's nice. It's better than nothing. How much are they charging for it? That's what the real question. Like, what are they charging for it? That's the real question. Nah, I had an idea. I was basically saying I wanted to make like, I was gonna make I wanted to make fucking LTA into like 16 teams, like 2 teams in like Canada, 2 teams, a team in Chicago, or 2 teams in Chicago, Detroit team, a team in New York, 2 New York teams, Philadelphia, Washington, Georgia, Atlanta, Houston, Dallas, Miami, and then 2 to 3 California teams, North Cal, SoCal, and then like Arizona and Seattle, 16 teams, and then have like a new LCS with like Four tournaments over the year. Ranked is down for about an hour to 2 hours. I'm gonna end though and come back. I like that little elite. So how do we get this? That's the real question. How do we get this shit? Oh, they all have the same chroma feel. Do you watch pro play, Astro? I don't even know if you do or not. But I thought that shit would be sick. And then like 4 tournaments. Bro, imagine being a fucking street, like a pro player. I don't know. I know that shit would be so sick though. Like imagine. I used to love TSM. I have a TSM chair too. That shit would be such a cool idea. I'm not gonna lie. Like my idea was like I wanted to My idea was I wanted to have My idea was I wanted to have Chicago. Whoa, I'm trying to remember what it is. Oh yeah, I wanted to have 4 tournaments. The Caspa Cup, U.S. Caspa Cup. It would have all the lower league teams that didn't qualify for Worlds. Minor league teams and collegiate teams are able to enter. It's an open qualifier, and it's a big tournament that happens in like November or December or in January. Then the split would start in February and March. There'd be every team would play each other twice. They would rotate and travel around the United States and Canada, and you would be able to watch them play. They would be sponsored by teams or like different groups, and they would have these arenas that fit 600 people in Riot, and they would have like PC cafes. Each would be different, unique, and they would be able to have like PC cafes, and like there'd be like events and shit at the venue, and then each arena would fit 60 to 600 people, and then you would basically be able to have like you can buy season tickets to go there and shit, and you'd also have like Valorant games and shit, and then you would have a spring tournament with all the spring and like the fucking Valorant and the spring people in US. Then you'd have like a summer tournament or a massive U.S. international tournament with 32 teams, and all the teams play together. And there's like a massive crowd-funded prize pool, and it's like 10% of a skin. So like each prize pool is like normally the skins make like $30 million, so per skin line that they make globally. So each 10% would go into the prize pool per tournament, and the international one would be big because it would have all the teams and shit. And then the crowdfunding for that would be like. The goal would be to have like all the like world teams and regions spend a lot and have really good skins, and then try to crowdfund like anywhere between like $100 million to $1 billion, and then give like 10% of that to the prize pool, like a 30 million prize pool, to like a $10 million to $100 million prize pool, and then the final tournament would be like the U.S. National Cup with 16 teams. All 16 play, and then like the ones who've placed highest in their bracket would be higher up and qualify for Worlds, basically. What do you think about? Would you watch that shit? That'd be kind of hype. I ain't gonna lie. And then every regular season match matters because it would determine if you get into tournaments or how easy your path is to international events. And then you'd have like each team play twice and regional seasons play 3 times. Yeah, right. That's just a hype. What you think about that shit, bro? That shit would be so crazy. Like, imagine how crazy that would be. And you could host them around the U.S. Because the problem with this is that we don't have a team to root for. So let's say, for example, I'm from U.S., right? I'm from New York. I don't have a reason to root for FlyQuest. Like, if TSM was a New York TSM, or they had, like, a New York team, that'd be lit. For your college team, I'd be trying to see... Yo, imagine how crazy that would be for an open collegiate qualifier. I think how I would do it is I'd have the top collegiate teams qualify for the event. So it would be, or there'll be like an open, like during Worlds or before Worlds, like in September. Or between that time, I'd have an open collegiate team format. And then the best teams could qualify for that international team. So say, for example, you're like a 16-year-old kid, and you're nice as fuck, and you're like a new coming of faker. You could go in the lower leagues, in the college leagues. Then you can get picked up for a minor league or academy team. And then, after that should be crazy. I'll show my college team, give you the details so you can play and split the winnings. Yo, bet. Yo, just keep the count on the low. I got you. That shit would be such a fire idea, though. I'm not gonna lie with you, bro. Wait, how much master do you have on Xayah? Don't have interest, bro. I would love to do that shit, bro. Imagine how hype it would be, like MSI, like in the summer, having to watch MSI, Esports World Cup, and then like US International Cup. It would be hype because no one gives a fuck about the regular season. So my emphasis of the regular season is to make the games limited and less, so you have more tournaments and there's more hype for the regular season games. Because the problem with LCS is like, who wants to watch FlyQuest? Or not FlyQuest. Who wants to watch Shopify Rebellion versus Dignitas or Disguise Team? Nobody gives a fuck. Now, if it was the New York TSM versus the Disguised Arizona team, and there's only 2 games in every night at 4 to 8, everyone would watch. Because like there's only 2 games like LCK. That's why it makes LCK hype. They only play 2 games a day, and it's way better. And it's like games every single day or majority of the week. They play on like 2 or 3 games a day, and it's only best of 3s. So you could turn on the TV and watch Valorant and watch League of Legends, and then you could have it like you could have them be like a 3 format, or even have the games after or before. So like each game is like 2 hours, or you can even have them combine it together. So say for example you bought the pass, you can watch like the League of Legends game and then watch Valorant after if you go there in the studio, and then you can or any other MMO that like things Riot gives like a day pass, and it'll be hype. Like bro, imagine being an esport athlete. You're like a challenger ADC. You know what I mean? Swag you, E-boy. You go into New York. Bro, that shit would be so hype, bro. If I was a young and I had that shit, bro, you know how many people would have fucking pro dreams with that shit? You enter the stadium, you have all the regular fans, like, rooting, cheering for you and shit. International fans and shit. And it'd be hype, because it's only 16 teams, so it's not like US sports, where there's 32 teams and you don't even know who the fuck is on the teams. It's like 16, so it's like, it's a lot, but it's enough. You know what I mean? 80 players. And you're like the star player on your team. You know what I mean? Basically type shit. And you can invite like you can invite and fly out like local streamers to come and do meet and greets and shit. You could have like raids for the new league game coming out and shit. Bro, that shit would be so peak. Right? Yo, that shit would be cool. Like imagine being in Toronto as true. And you pull up and you just won the US Internationals Cup. And then they have a celebration, and all the fans and people come into the city and they celebrate and shit. Bro, being an e-boy would be crazy. Bro, I don't even know, bro. It would be bad though. I can see people getting in trouble with having dramas and shit though. I ain't gonna lie, but that should be hype though. Like, bro, imagine being some young 16-year-old. That'd be so crazy though. And you're just like and then as it gets bigger too, and league gets bigger, like right now, like it'll eventually become like how the way traditional sports are after like 20 years or 10 to 20 years, maybe even 5 years if it grows really fast. And then you would have basically like in the year like 2040, you would have like fucking like you would have like a lot of people watching Riot with all the movies and shows, and you have music all the time, and it's popular artists, and you would have like new movies. Like my idea was like, instead of doing like Arcane is cool, but I'd have movies like called like Jinx or like Lee Sin, and it would be like a cinematic Marvel like movie in real life. Like, you know how they do the Marvel movies, but like with League of Legends, and it would be a cinematic masterpiece of that champion. And then there's like 3 of those movies or 2 of those movies each year coming out. You can watch it every year there. And then imagine, that'd be so crazy though. Bro, I feel like there'd be some drama with E-boys with the E-girls, I ain't gonna lie. The groupies would be crazy in that shit, I'm not gonna lie with you. Bro, that would be insane. We need more animated stuff. True, I would want animated too. I mean, all the stuff's animated, but like both. Like, I would have animations, and I would have like real life cinematic movies. I would do both. And then I would have like TV shows too. With both too. So like you would have like 4 or 5 Riot shows kind of running, so you could always watch League. And it's enough to get hype. So you could come home and you could just watch like Riot Rival, and then even if you quit League, you could still keep up with like the teams or the world, and come back for big updates. You know what I mean, basically, and shit, or big MMO stuff. So even if you don't play League, you could always come back, and it makes it more addicted to come back for the player base and shit. That'd be, and then you could just have like the teams pay for it too, like how they'd gone into LCS entering. You could just have like an enter fee of like 30 or 20 mil, get 16 teams and of investors that want to do it, and then you could have them just join the product. But the problem is LCS not worth as much. They kind of fucked it up because they made the product kind of mid. But that shit would be so crazy. You know what I mean? Basically type shit. Like imagine being on like TSM. You're like an all-star 80 carry. You pull up. And then you know what I had an idea too? You could have like cheerleaders, like cosplay e-girls. And you could also do like e-guys too. And you could have cosplay guys and girls and do like they could do dance and shit. And then they could be like the hype squad for like the matches and shit. So like imagine you had like you have Set, and then you have like someone that looks like Spirit Blossom Set, or you have like someone that looks like Ari, and then they come in and then they're like the hype squad, and then every game between matches they throw out like merch and shit. Bro, you don't put me in this shit. I swear if I ran League, bro, if I was in this shit, bro, oh my god, bro, this shit would be hype, bro. Yo, it would be so sick, like just being some all-star 80 carry. I'll be too old, so I wouldn't be able to. Bro, I wouldn't be able to play. I'll be 30 when they do this shit. I'll be owning League. Yu-Gi-Oh would be scaled up. I'll be like a billionaire or some shit. I'll be old as fuck. Yo, I wish I was some young kid with that shit. Like, bro, imagine there's some kid right now. Like, if someone were to do this shit, right? There's some kid right now who's like born in 2015, 2013 right now. And this motherfucker would be like a superstar 80 carry. 22-year-old 80 carry superstar. I'm saying like year 2035. 2040. He's born in 2018. Superstar 80 carry. Winning NA Worlds. And it would be so much bigger than other sports because the barrier to entry for League is easier. Esports has more potential than sports. Get my nephew, yeah, high key, bro. Get your nephew or your kids on that shit. Bro, the barrier to entry would legitimately be so easy. Like, it would be way bigger than sports. Because the problem with sports is you have to play it. That's why soccer's so big, because it's easy to play. But you have to play it growing up. That's what happens to get people into sports. Or it's like a local... And then once enough people like the sport, they watch it too, and then they know it. So League could get to that point, or even like Valorant, or even like Riot Rivals, or I had an idea like Riot Rivals, like, or like if they made like a Riot version of Overwatch, that could get to that point. But you need to make the culture now and set up the building blocks now over the next 5 to 20 years. But if you do it correctly, you could have it bigger than other sports because anyone can just download Wild Rift on their phone. Like you could have like Valorant on your phone. You could have like crossplay Valorant on your phone. Or you could have like a Valorant mobile and Wild Rift on your phone and play it. So like everyone could play that shit or at least have tried it or played it. So like you could have like literally a third of NA, like 100 million people out of 400 million people in NA playing that shit. You know what I mean? Everyone between the ages of 40 to like 0 to like 6 all play fucking League or Riot games, like half the country. You could make it really like that. Or at least have tried it so they would know of it. And then even if they don't even play the games, they can still watch it and be fans because they have enough knowledge from playing the mobile games to get into that shit. That shit would be so peak. And then you have like movie theaters. You go into theory, you got the movie Vane. And it's like a cinematic film of Vane, like the sickest cinematic in a connected universe. And then you got animated TV shows and shit, like regular shows and shit. Theme parks. Like Disney, you could make that bitch like Marvel. Like a better Marvel. And it's easier to get into because it's gaming is easier to get into than watching comics. Like the ceiling for League is so high because the barrier of entry is so fucking low. You just have to download the game and play it. I think WASD is a step in the right direction because it makes it accessible. And I think it's good for the game. But that shit would be so crazy. You know what I mean? Like, bro, Ash, what you think about this shit? You think I'm cooking or nah? That shit would be so crazy though, dog. Like, holy shit. Like, that shit would be peak of the peak. You know? That shit would be really, really peak of the peak. You get what I'm saying? Basically, like that shit would really be peak of the peak. You know what you get my point of what I'm saying though. Like that shit would really like be sick. Hell yeah! Like imagine being some Toronto 80 carry in your high school league, and then you got like the cosplay goth girl, and she's like gold or some shit or silver, and you're like Chally or like Masters, bro. And you really like is she like your high school sweetheart, and you play on the esports team? That shit would be sick. You got like a pep rally, you play in your school in like the gym or some shit, or in the computer room and shit. You play local, and like you could do tournaments too. Like there's a lot of PC cafes or your local PC cafe, and then your team qualifies for states, and then the winners of states, and you win states, and you go into like the Riot Arena, and you get to play in front of everyone, and then you get selected to like a team in the minor leagues as like an academy collegiate. And then you're 16 and you play in minor league region for 2 years at 16 to 18. Or you're like 20, you're playing in the minor league region team. And then you get called up to play on your pro team. And you're playing with literally like the best guy. Like he's the best like mid laner. Like this guy's like Chovy of mid and end. And you're playing in the international against like an old Faker. You have Faker, he's like 38 years old. He's still clean, but not as like whatever, but he's still playing. You got like Chovy there, and you're playing in the international event. You're shaking, the crowd's going wild, bro. You know what I mean? Basically, you got fans messaging you and shit. Like it's so hype. Like when you stream, I get like fans messaging me like often, like all the time. They're like, "Yo, Knight, I love your shorts, man. I love Xayah. I really like it." Or someone will be like, "Hey," or sometimes you get like a girl kind of slide in, think you're cute or some shit. Or sometimes you'll have somebody like come in and they'll be like, "Yo, bro, you really inspired me to play Xayah," and you're like, "Wow, this is like amazing." You know what I mean? Or they'll be like, "Hey, dude, do you want to get like a sponsorship?" Like get people messaging you like every week. I have messages every few days, every week. I have messages. Sometimes like every day I have messages. Imagine how that would be on that scale, like as an all-star 80 carry. Like that sounds so hype. Like, and you play in the international round of 16, like, and you could even have like the esports team when they get big, like sports leagues, and have them like meet with people, like how they, you know how they do those things where they meet with people like the kids who have like the disabilities and shit, like a Make-A-Wish. You can have that type of shit. You can have local events and charity where they do stuff, or local things where you could have like youths play with their favorite players and shit, inspire the youths and shit, and it'd be cool too. You could do like a female gaming shit. Like if you have a female pro. You could get a female pro in there. You could put her in that shit, right? You could have like a female pro player, and you could have the female pro have like a thing for girls to get them into gaming. Like you could let me cook with this shit. I make this shit peak. I really would make this shit peak. Like, bro, if I had my way, bro, if I had my way with this shit, that shit would be so peak, bro. Like just, bro, I wish I could be in that. Like now I'm getting mad because like low key. If like someone were to make that shit, I'm mad because I wouldn't be able to play it. I'm like 26. Chat, I'm pushing 30. You know that. Dead ass. In 5 months, I'm literally pushing 30. Like, legitimately. I can't even play it. Like, I look young. I'll still say I'm like 21, 23 or whatever. But like, I'm 26, 27 now. I'm pushing 30. By the time they make this shit, if I were to even do this shit, or whoever does this shit, I'll be 32. I'll be owning the shit. I'll be unk. And it made me upset because I wish I could be like that, bro. Like, I wish I could be on my fucking local high school team and they have scrims and shit and turtley and shit. And it'd be so cool, too, because, like, for the collegiate and, like, the high school league, I would have a GPA requirement. So you could have kids, like, have a high GPA or they can't play. So them getting onto the team is tied to their GPA. And if they don't get a high GPA, they can't qualify for the team. And that shit would be peak as fuck. And then the esport arenas are crazy. When I went to Worlds, they had holograms, chat. They had holograms at Worlds. I don't know if you guys know that. They had fucking holograms, bro. And the arena shook when Baron was taken. I gotta show you guys the videos and shit. When they had a hologram, and the arena shook when Baron was taken and shit. Imagine that on like an esports scale. Like you still buried in Game 5 of the international tournament. The arena's shaking, bro. Against Chovy. You know what I mean? Like, that shit would be so peak. And you're just some 20-year-old 80 carry rookie from fucking New Jersey. From fucking Dallas. You live in Hawaii. And you got the challenger playing support on like 80 ping. There's actually a guy like that who played 120 ping. And his name is Matt, and he got to LCS. And now you're playing in the best of the best leagues, bro. Bro, that would be some swaggy ass drip shit. Like, oh my god, you got Yugure drip or the Riot drip. You pull up, you fucking get hyphy. You have certain players have walk-ons with like certain glasses they wear or signature shit. That would make, like, Astro, you'd watch that shit, right? I'm pretty sure you would. If they had Toronto League and they had a Toronto team, you'd watch that shit. And you could go to the games too. Like, that's the biggest problem with LCS. You can't go. There's no reason to root for the worst team. They just suck ass. And then there's no reason. At least in sports, when the Yankees are bad, or like the Jets are bad, you still root for them because that's your hometown. You have memories as a kid when the years when they're good. And you can have like a whole draft class too. Like you could draft players in the same way you could, so that there's new talent. So the teams always can rotate who's the best. So you always have that nostalgia. So you always want to root for like TSM, you know? Like, if it was, like, the New York TSM and they were still in the league, and then you don't have teams moving in and out of the league every 2 days, you could actually stay with a team and follow them and have a reason to follow them. And then you could watch them, and then, like, it's easy, so there's not too many games. You could watch Valorant of the team. I wouldn't watch Valorant. I don't play Val, but I would watch, if my team, like, if there was a New York team, I would watch Valo. If there was, like, a New York team, I would watch Valorant. If there was like a New York team, you get what I'm saying? Like I would watch Valorant if there was a New York team that was behind New York and it was like a playoff or an international match. Like if the New York team got to the finals of Val, I'd watch it. And I would never watch it otherwise. And that's what I feel like EU LCS is kind of good with recently. They have that regionalness in their team more recently. Like MKOI. That's why EU LCS is still doing decent. Or even good, or getting bigger. MKOI, K-Corp. You know how hype it is to watch K-Corp if you're French? You say bonjour. Like, you get hype. You watch Caliste. Bro, I'm not even French and I watch Caliste sometimes. This random young 80 carry, he's 18. He literally is shitting on fucking Viper. In a game. Some random French kid. You have to, like, if you're French, I feel like you just have to. MKOI. Jojo Pion went to fucking Koi in Spanish, and he literally had like 30k viewers, 20k viewers off rip. Or thousands of viewers off rip. I think like 20 or 10k. Because the Spanish people wanted to watch him in Spain. That's what NA needs. Like, bro, I'm gonna make this into a TikTok. I'm gonna have my editor make this whole shit into a TikTok. Because this shit would be the peak of the peak. Like, if they really made this shit, you could save LCS. And, like, you could make it actually cool. Like, if there was a New York team, or, like, a Toronto team versus New York rivalry, or they had, like, and you have so much rivalries because you could have, like, the same regional play. So it's like, oh, shit. It's like watching, like, the New York TSM is versus, like, the Philadelphia CLG I'm watching. You know what I mean, basically. Or, like, you could have, like, even cross regions for, like, big tournaments that play. Like, oh, shit. It's, like, the LA, you know what I mean, basically. It's, like, because that's what makes these things special is the history. And then you can just, like, kind of build the framework of the history and have an actual league. And then it would be so much more hype to watch because, like, you would want to support your team. You'd want to spend $10 to buy stickers every year for the yearly sticker. If your team wins an event, they can have a special sticker for the year they won, and you can collect them all. You know what I mean, basically? Or you could collect the stickers for when you support your teams. You could have skins for the people who come out that win tournaments or whatever. And you could crowdfund a lot and create so much hype. Like, imagine you just have your random team, like some random ass, like, team in, like, Arizona beating, like, SKT in a game or in a series. That should be peak. Is rank up? No. Rank is not up, unfortunately. Chat, what y'all think about that shit, though? That shit hype, right? That shit's on peak of the peak, bro. And it'd be so cool, too. Like, you could do so much cool shit for, like, mental health or, like, men's mental health. You could get stuff with women getting into gaming. You know what I mean, basically? Or women exclusivity. Like, you could do so much cool things with it. And you could have, like, the esport players be, like, role models and preach a lot of positivity and shit. You get what I mean, basically. Like, that would be so peak. You get what I'm saying, basically, type shit. I don't even know, bro. I just want to play that shit, bro. I want to watch that shit right now, bro. If they had that shit right now, bro, I would watch that shit so much if there was a New York team. And then you could have, like, the New York people. Because, like, the way I did it for the 16 teams is I made it in a way where, like, there's, like, 30 million people per team. So you could have, so every team could have that type of like country pride. Because the EU, like in France, I think the population of France is like 80 million, right? Or 68, yeah. Or population of Spain. Yeah, so it's like 48 million. Because every state in the United States is basically a country. It's like a mini country. Or like a country. So if you do different regions, you could have that same regional pride that K-Corp would have. You know? Like if you're from the Midwest and you have a Chicago or like a Midwest coalition team that's like Colorado, like Montana, like Milwaukee, Michigan, and they represent that region, it'll be hype. And then you have it in Illinois, everyone can go. And then you can watch games, you could fly in. If you go to the town, you could pick up a game. You could have like cute shit too, like you could do Poro snacks, popcorn and shit. Poro plushie, like Poro peep marshmallows, Poro marshmallows, drinks. You could get like a Freyard soda drink sponsor with Coca-Cola. Cook that shit. How much money that makes? It's like $1 billion idea. This genuinely would be like a multi-million-dollar, billion-dollar idea. Even people that are from EU would watch this shit. Even people who are from Korea would watch NALCS because it's so cool. Like, imagine watching, like, the U.S. and at the international tournament, and you see this team that usually wins, and they won Worlds, and they're like a New York franchise or an LA franchise. You could make, like, LA Lakers and, like, those teams out of the best teams that win the most. And have big market teams and shit. And then have them be, like, international pillars and shit for the team. And then have, like, the best 80 carries go on that team, or people join that team. And have a lot of prestige. Like, all the best players around the world want to join the New York team, or whatever the fuck. And then it would be, like, full of top talent. And then you could keep, like, 2 or 3 spots for NA-born players so that they have to join it. So then you have, like some international talent and NA talent. And you could have, like, super teams of, like, the best up-and-coming talent. And it'd be sick, too, because you could have, like, a young 80 carries, like, a super NA talent on that team and get NA hype. But, yeah, anyway, that's what I wish they could do. That shit would be peak, I ain't gonna lie. Chat, what you gotta think about that shit? That's not hype, right? Bro, if I and you could play all the new songs there. You could do, like, MMO watch parties on weekends when you have new raids and updates. You could have weekends and have the whole fucking, like, PC cafe build and have people doing raids and shit. The local raids and stuff. You could even convert parts of, like, the arena to have PC so people can run raids and shit in the arena, while, like, in the arena where the games are normally held. And you can have raid nights, and you can have people come in and enter with good PCs. So people who can't afford good PCs or, like, want to have good raids with friends, they can just go there. They could get, like good, have them buy, like, food and popcorn, drinks, chill. It would just be peak. I ain't gonna lie. Chat, I'm a fucking, I think that should be cool. I don't know what y'all think about that. I mean, I think it'd be sick as fuck. I think it'd be peak as fuck. It get me excited just talking about this shit too. Like generally, you know. Chat, I might go out. I gotta go work on do some shit. I wish I could play rank right now. I wanted to play one more game, but there's a patch, so I can't play right now. You think we should roll for a skin? You think I'm gonna get lucky? Should I roll for one? Shit ugly. I'm pretty sure there should be a way to filter this, but I don't know how. Trying to do a skin I don't have. Or that I have. I should unlock the Godfist skin. That skin's a sick skin. Okay. See what you get. Okay. But yeah. I'm gonna come back later, chat. We'll play a game. Thank you guys for watching. I'm working on Ugoria. I'm really close to like to finishing certain stuff and hiring stuff. So after the next probably the next 2 weeks to 4 months, or after in like the interim though, probably the next 2 weeks to next 3 days to month, probably in the next week or 2 or 3 weeks, there's gonna be like still less streams, and just check our YouTube and content. I'm gonna try to have like more videos and content, and then after those streams are done, we'll have YouTube videos on the YouTube channel. So you guys can watch and keep up with stuff. So we're gonna have like more YouTube, and that's gonna be the basis. But after the setup's done, I have like a committed manager, and I have the right people in place running the business. I will what's it called? I will come back and play some Xayah. I mean, I'll be playing way more League, and I'm gonna try to stream even more over the next several months because I have to work on the startup of Igure and save that for that. Okay. All right, guys. I'm gonna go. All right, take care, guys.